The apartment was in pretty bad shape. This apartment wasn't making any profit. 4,750 rands. So this was no longer an investment. Here are some before and after renovations pictures. This is what the apartment looks like now. This apartment is generating approximately 10,000 rands of rental income. Greetings to all you front seat viewers and welcome to another video. Today I'll be giving you a front seat view to an apartment that I bought. I've had this property for a while now. I bought it back in 2018. In this video I'll be telling you why and how I got into the property business and some of the challenges I came across along the way. When I was still a kid in school, I've had this dream of owning a building named after myself. That's how big of a dreamer I was growing up. I still have a dream of building a school, a hospital, or even an orphanage home. That needs serious money and I'm nowhere close to achieving that goal. But the dream is still very much alive. Things were difficult growing up, and believe me when I say I know what it's like to go to sleep on an empty stomach and still have to go to school the next day with no lunch money. So I had to use my struggles in pushing myself to turn my life around and to break the cycle of poverty in the family. Back then, we didn't have access to information like we do today, so we always thought that the level of entry to certain businesses were all high, which was not the case. So I didn't have the necessary information or knowledge needed for me to make the right investments and decisions when I started working so I can set myself up for success. When I got employed, I was the breadwinner at home, had siblings to take care of, and I inherited some of the debts that my parents had made when they were still working. So my first year of employment started very badly, with personal loans here and there and clothing accounts all over the show. My finances were a mess. One Sunday afternoon in late 2017, I had to travel from Pretoria to Polokwane. This was before I bought this car. I took a taxi to Hammanskraal station and hitchhiked from Hammanskraal to Polokwane. While hiking in Hammanskraal, I got picked up by a guy driving an F30 BMW 3 Series 320i. Along the way, the guy and I started chatting. He was a pretty cool guy. He was dressed neatly and he was well spoken. Oh, and he was a car guy like myself. I mean, the guy was driving a 320i M Sport. I asked him how he was able to afford all these cars after he had told me that he also has a Ford Ranger and another car that I can't remember parked at home. And he gave me a one-word answer: property. And my response to him was, property? How? And that's when he explained the ins and outs of rental property. I promise you, when I got to Polokwane, I was fascinated and completely transformed. When I told him how much I earned, he told me that I could qualify for an apartment worth about 300,000 rands and get rental income from that apartment. The problem was that I was drowning in debt. We exchanged numbers and I made a promise to him that I'm going to work on my credit. I told him that I'll get in touch with him as soon as I've closed off most of my financial commitments. And that's exactly what I did. Every single cent that I had went towards closing most of the financial commitments that I had. I got in touch with the guy mid-2018 when I was happy with my financial standing, and that's when he got me in touch with a property agent friend of his. He told me about a unit in Pretoria he thought would be a great start for me, and then we arranged viewing. The apartment was going for 390,000 rands. We did an application and got approved for 100% by F&B. Not sponsored. This was a bargain. A 123 square meter apartment for 390? But hold on. There was a problem. The apartment was in pretty bad shape cosmetically, and the agent had lied to me about the rental income the apartment generates. He had also lied to me about the levy amount. It was way higher than what he had told me. I was new in the property space and I didn't know that you could ask for financial statements to show the income and expenses of the property. So if you're thinking of doing this, do your homework. I viewed this property beforehand, so I knew about the cosmetic stuff I was gonna have to fix up to get this property to good standard. But the levy amount and the rental income, I only found out about those after signing off with the transfer attorneys. And quite frankly, I was furious. I was fuming. I bought this property after being told that it generates over 12,000 rands of rental income every month. But surprise, surprise, this property was only bringing in 6,500 rands of rental income. The levy amount was 2,600 rands, and I had to pay 350 rands for municipal services. Essentially, this apartment wasn't making any profit. Heck, it couldn't even pay itself off. Hear me out. For home loan finance of 390,000 rands, my monthly installment worked out to 4,750 rands. So minus that from the 6,500 rands of rental income generated, plus the 2,600 rands of the levy amount, plus the 350 rands for municipal services. And you'll see that I was running at a negative balance of 1,200 rands every month. So this was no longer an investment. I had to pay this amount straight from my pocket every month just to maintain this property. I kept this up for years on end. It was difficult, especially when tenants left, and they did that pretty often because the flat was in pretty bad shape. And finding a tenant wasn't easy because most of the people who viewed the property were not happy with how the place looked. I didn't blame anyone but myself. And I couldn't renovate the place because things were not looking good at home either. My situation was bad. Honestly, I even thought about selling the place, but I knew it was going to be difficult to find a buyer because the place was not looking good. So I didn't even bother putting it up for sale. My brother kept on telling me that this apartment has the potential to generate the 12,000 rands that was quoted by the agent, if not more. I evaluated the market and I saw this to be true. So mid last year, after improving on my financials, I got some funds and we decided to renovate the apartment. Starting with the kitchen, we got material for the cabinetry and the sink. The handyman got to work quickly and he kept on sending me pictures for updates as he got along. My brother also went by the apartment to check for progress and he updated me regularly as well. I wanted something affordable, yet modern and easy to maintain. That's why I went for this grey matte finish. After the cabinets were installed, the tiling on the wall was removed and the wall was rehabilitated and prepared for painting. We went for this beautiful glossy white and gold backsplash between the top and the bottom cabinets. The cabinets looked amazing, but the kitchen still looked dull with these brown and old floor tiles. Even after the walls had received a fresh coat of paint, these old tiles had to go. We purchased all the tiling material and another project was soon underway. After all that work was done and my bank balance was low, this is what the apartment looks like now. If you are finding value in this content and you'd like me to continue making it, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. The kitchen looks stunning in my personal opinion. I'm not done with it yet. I think there's still space for me to do a wall feature between the two sets of cabinets. What do you think? Tell me in the comment section below. I'm also thinking of doing something like a breakfast nook where the table is sitting with some bar stools. That light bulb in the ceiling is also gonna get replaced with a nice light fitting. A new and modern looking toilet set is also gonna go in here, and I'm thinking of also replacing the tiling on the wall. This is how the bathroom looks. The tiling on the wall looks good in here, but I think I'm also gonna replace these tiles with some porcelain shiny tiles. These doors need replacing. We need to remove this wall decor, fix up the wall, and paint the wall together with this newly installed partition. This structure also needs to go, it's just taking up space. This is a 123 square meter apartment, so the bedrooms are quite spacious. The next biggest project is going to be retiling the entire place. I want to install the same tiles that I've put in the kitchen. So I want to show you some of the issues that I still need to address in this apartment. I'm not gonna hide anything. Here we were throwing out some of the old stuff that the people who used to live here left behind. Just to give you a clear picture of the work that I've put into this property, here are some before and after renovations pictures. I am so glad that I didn't let go of this property. Doing all those renovations really added value to it and brought it up market. Today, on June 30th, 2026, this apartment is generating approximately 10,000 rands of rental income, and it's not even fully tenanted. There's still a lot I need to do here, but I'm broke at the moment. So if you want to follow along and see how this thing goes, do subscribe to the channel and don't forget to share this video on your socials and give it a like. Thank you so much for watching.